Everyone said that Michael Williams was eaten by alligators, but a shocking break in the case 17 years later revealed something more sinister. Make sure you watch to the very end to be shocked to the core. This is Michael Williams and Brian Winchester. Not only did they grow up together, they went to school together. They both attended North Florida Christian School. As a matter of fact, here are their high school photos. This is Denise Merrill. She also attended North Florida Christian School. She was also friends with Brian and Michael. They all graduated and attended Florida State University. That's where Denise and Michael became romantically involved. After graduating college, Michael became a real estate appraiser, Denise worked for the Florida Department of Education, and Brian became an insurance adjuster. In 1993, Brian decided to use his relationship with Michael to sell him a $250,000 life insurance policy. Then in 1994, both Michael and Denise decided to get married in hopes that they'll live happily ever after. 3 years after the marriage, in October 1997, things start to go sideways. And what I mean by sideways is they all decide to go vacationing at St. George Island in Florida, and that's where Brian and Denise start to hook up. Yeah, you heard right. Brian and Denise decide to hook up. Brian, who's best friends with Michael, hooks up with his wife Denise, and that's where things start to go south. This is just the beginning. For the next 3 years, they continue this affair. When Michael goes off to work, Brian comes over and pays a visit to Denise. And then they go out to dinner, they go to the movies, and this goes on and on and on for 3 years. In December 2000, Denise and Brian start getting into an argument because Denise starts telling Brian that she wants to get out of the marriage and she wants to unalive Michael. Brian then tells Denise that she should just get a divorce, but she'll have none of that. She says she can't get a divorce because it's immoral and against her religion, but she wants to unalive Michael. So in the next couple of weeks, they come up with a plan, and Brian calls Michael and tells him that he wants to go duck hunting. So on December 15, 2000, they get into Michael's Bronco and they drive to Lake Seminole to go duck hunting. Once they get to the lake, they start putting the supplies into the boat, and both Brian and Michael get into the boat. Then they go out onto the lake, and a short time thereafter, Brian tells Michael to stand up, and Michael does. But the minute that Michael stands up, Brian pushes him into the water. And as soon as Michael lands into the water, he starts thrashing around. He's looking around for something to grab.